Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros. In this video, we're just going to get straight into the reading. So let's go ahead and do just that. We are reading Tokio ya no nos quiere, which translates into Tokio doesn't love us anymore, written by the Spanish author Ray Loriga. And yeah, let's just get into it. Sale el sol, así que voy a dar una vuelta y a comprarme algo y me compro una camisa azul metálico. No la envuelva porque me la llevo puesta. Guardo mi camisa, guardo mi camiseta vieja en una bolsa de papel y solo al quitármela me doy cuenta de que tiene algo escrito. Y lo que tiene escrito es, piensa en mí. Y debajo hay una fotografía de una playa, aunque en la playa no hay nadie. Resulta tan estúpido que por un momento pienso que debe de ser verdad, que es el demonio quien tira los dedos y luego, por supuesto, nada más salir de la tienda. Meto la bolsa con la camiseta dentro de un cubo de basura y me juro no volver a ponerme nada sin antes leerlo primero. Juro, swear, I believe. Yeah, swear. So he's talking about a shirt. I understood the gist of what he said here about a shirt and not realizing what it said. I feel like I missed something here, like a deeper meaning. So I'm going to read this one again. Sale el sol, así que voy a darme una vuelta y a comprarme algo y me compro una camisa azul metálico. No la envuela porque me la llevo puesta. What? Envuela? Don't wrap it up. Oh, don't put it in a bag. Don't wrap it up because he's wearing it. Yeah. Guardo mi camiseta vieja en una bolsa de papel y solo al quitármela me doy cuenta de que tiene algo escrito. Y lo que tiene escrito. Okay, so now that he's taken off the shirt he's been wearing, only now does he realize it says something. It says, think of me. Think of me. In all uppercase letters. Huh? See, like right here, where are we going with this? Piensa en mí. Y debajo hay una fotografía de una playa, aunque en la playa no hay nadie. And underneath the words, think of me, there's a graphic of an empty beach with no one there. Resulta tan estúpido que por un momento pienso que debe de ser verdad, que es el demonio quien tira los dedos y luego, por supuesto, nada más salir de la tienda. It's so stupid that for a moment I think it must be true that it's the devil who rolls the dice. And then, of course, as soon as he leaves the store, yeah, this is the part right here that I'm not quite sure what's happening here. I put the bag with the shirt inside a trash can and swear to myself not to wear anything again without first reading it. It's so stupid that for a moment I think it must be true that it's the devil who rolls the dice. And then, of course, is that like an old saying? The devil plays like, I'm gonna look that one up, right? All right, so I looked this up. This right here, where he says, let me highlight it again. It's so stupid that for a moment I think it must be true that it's the devil who rolls the dice. And I forgot about this. Einstein's quote: "God does not play dice with the universe." I think he said that about quantum mechanics, because there's a randomness and probabilistic nature to quantum mechanics, and so the inversion of that, because turns out Ray is a postmodern author, which I like. Um, so if God doesn't play dice, but reality still feels random, then maybe it's not God at all. Maybe it's the devil, a metaphor for malevolence. I can't read malevolent chaos or arbitrary cruelty behind it all, right? And so this plays into Ray's existential nihilism that runs throughout his work. It's the first book I read from him. So um, I'm not, this is just what chat's saying, but this maps onto what we're reading so far. There is a sort of existential despair written in here. I've certainly felt it. Um, and there is an absurd life appears meaningless and ruled by chance. Um, Now, I think what's interesting here is that he writes, it's so stupid that for a moment I think it must be true that it's the devil who rolls the dice. And so that to me suggests that, oh, look, I don't think there are metaphysical deities here. I don't think it's God or the devil playing, rolling the dice. It's stupid, but I mean, for a second here, it is kind of odd that I would have put this shirt on. For a second, it's like it is really odd that I would have put this shirt on without realizing what it says. And so I think it's less about these claims to deities and it's more about just the absurdity of his own behavior. That's my reading. All right, let's keep going. Oh, oh, oh. We are. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it says here. Me juro no volver a ponerme nada sin antes leerlo primero. Dale, vamos. Okay. So we're here. Me como. Me como unos huevos rancheros y enseguida me arrepiento y me pido un café, pero no me lo tomo y me pido una cerveza y por supuesto el camarero me trae una cerveza mexicana. L- La dejo junto al café y esta vez la dejo junto al café y esta vez pido una cerveza alemana. No hay problema. Me la bebo despacio y fuera hay un viento terrible que ha venido de dos sabe dónde y pasa un tipo frente a la ventana sujetándose el sombrero con las manos y una mujer aferrada a un niño que de verdad parece que va a salir volando. Al otro lado de la calle hay una chica mirando cómo se vuelan los unos y los otros, muy seria, como si el viento no fuera con ella. Me bebo también la cerveza mexicana, que ya está caliente. Yep, you know what's happening here. I have no idea what happened. So we're gonna read that again. Me como unos huevos rancheros. I understood that part. Órale. Me como unos huevos rancheros y enseguida me arrepiento y me pido un café, pero no me lo tomo. Y me pido una cerveza y por supuesto el camarero me trae una cerveza mexicana. Well, you're in fucking TJ, dude. Also, what is this word? Me arrepiento. I repent. Enseguida. Okay. Okay. I'm trying not to translate the whole block here. So he eats some huevos rancheros, and following that, he repents and he asks for coffee, but he doesn't drink it. And then he asks for a beer, and of course, the waiter brings him a Mexican beer. La dejo junto al café y esta vez pido una cerveza alemana. Bro, you're in fucking TJ. Why wouldn't he bring you a Mexican beer? What? I eat some huevos rancheros and I immediately regret it and I order. Oh, oh, got it. Well, no one's. I don't know if they want to force you to go to TJ, dude. If you don't like the food, you don't. All right, whatever. I eat some huevos rancheros and I immediately regret it. I mean, maybe they made it bad, but I mean, Pinto makes it. And I order a coffee, but I don't drink it. And I order a beer, and of course, the waiter brings me a Mexican beer. I leave it next to the coffee, and this time I order a German beer. No problem. No problem. So you don't what? So you don't have to take the forgetting pill? Like, what do you? Me la bebo despacio y fuera hay un viento terrible que me ha venido de Dios sabe dónde. He drinks the beer slow. He drinks it slowly, and outside there is a terrible wind that came from God. That has come from God knows where. Oh, de dos sabe right. De dos sabe dónde. God knows where. Y pasa un tipo frente a la ventana, sujetándose el sombrero con las manos. I'm not sure what that verb means. A guy passes in front of the window holding his hat in his hands. Sujetándose? Uh, we're going to look this one up. I'm not going to pause the video. No one's watching this shit anyways. Um, translate. Sujetándose. The Spanish word for sujetándose is the gerund form, the reflexive verb sujetarse, which comes from sujetar, meaning to hold, to grip, to restrain, to fasten. Okay. And so, yeah, so this reflexive verb, who sujetándose, it's reflexive. It's what I just said. And so holding onto oneself. So he's holding onto his hat. That makes sense to me. They should translate well. Holding his hat, yes. Okay. Con las manos y una mujer afrera. That's a what? A clinging woman? Afrera. That verb. A woman clinging to a child who really looks like he's going to fly away. Okay, so let's see. Translate afreda. Is a feminine singular past particular. Yeah. Afrerarse, which means to cling to. Oh, there's synonyms. Aferrar y sujetándose. I've never seen these words before, so they're new to me. Okay, so okay, fine. Just pulling the third passage of this paragraph. Al otro lado de la calle hay una chica mirando cómo se vuelan los unos y los otros. Okay, so she's a spectator watching people kind of struggle with the wind. Muy serious, muy seria, como si el viento no fuera con ella. Me bebo también la cerveza mexicana que ya está caliente. Castellano. Entonces estás conocido con la forma gramática de vosotros. De vosotros. No vos, no vos. Eso es Argentina y unas partes de Centroamérica. Pero no. Vos es el segundo persona. Vosotros es el segundo. Vos es el segundo persona singular. Vosotros es la vos is the first person singular. You can replace that with tú. Vosotros is the informal plural of they, but in Castellano, ustedes, no, ellos is that group of people over there, ellos. Pero vosotros is this group of people over here that I'm currently engaged with. So if like you and Dami are both here, I could say, I could ask both of you. ¿Vosotros queréis comer? ¿Vosotros queréis comer? ¿Vosotros queréis comer? And then let's say you say, sí, and I say, okay, okay. Sorry, I kind of just talked to myself there for a second. Um, it's okay. No, listen to this bullshit anyways. All right. So let's keep going. That's interesting. What's wrong with my, there we go. Okay. Me bebo okay, so, yep, you know it's coming. We're reading the paragraph for a third time. Me como unos huevos rancheros y enseguida me arrepiento y me pido un café, pero no me lo tomo. Y me pido una cerveza y por supuesto el camarero me trae una cerveza mexicana. La dejo, it's not le, okay. La dejo junto al café. Y esta vez pido una cerveza alemana. No hay problema. Me la bebo despacio y fuera hay un viento terrible que ha venido de Dios sabe dónde. Y pasa un tipo frente a la ventana, sujetándose el sombrero con las manos y una mujer aferrada a un niño que de verdad parece que va a salir volando. Al otro lado de la calle hay una chica mirando cómo se vuelan los unos y los otros, muy seria como si el viento no fuera con ella. Me bebo también la cerveza mexicana que ya está caliente. Okay. I don't know. He's just fucking chilling. He's not doing anything. He's just chilling at the cafe. Okay. No ha pasado No ha pasado ni media hora y estoy bailando con una mulata en uno de esos sitios oscuros donde las mujeres bailan muy cerca de ti y se frotan y pagas otra vez cada vez que empieza una nueva canción. I don't know. I'm not. No, I don't. I mean, last time I was in Tijuana, I was like 13 years old, so maybe this fucking service just totally went over my head. Not even half an hour has passed, and I'm dancing with a mulatto woman in one of those dark places where women dance very close to you and rub and pay again every time a new song starts. Una mulata bajita y gordita, muy simpática, que se llama María, me dice que vaya con ella al reservado y yo le digo que no porque tengo la sensación que haber estado ahí antes. No allí exactamente, pero sí en un sitio muy parecido o tal vez incluso allí después de todo. María insiste, pero yo prefiero seguir bailando a pesar de que intuyo y enseguida compruebo que soy un bailarín malísimo. Bad, malísimo. Yeah. Para convencerme, María promete no romperme el corazón y ante esa oferta no tengo más remedio que subir con ella las escaleras y mientras subo me despido con la mano de los que están abajo y me doy cuenta de que estoy borracho y también me doy cuenta de que llevo puesta una estúpida camisa azul que no recuerdo haber comprado. Um, yes, I understand what's happening here. Intuit. Pasar de que me intuyo. All right, so she wants to take him where? I guess to fuck him for some more money? Here, let me translate this bad boy into English. So I'm pretty sure I understood what happened here. Okay. I don't know. Okay. 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 There we go. God damn it. All right. There we go. All right. A very nice, short, and chubby mulatto called Maria tells me to go with her to the reserve room, and I tell her no because I have the feeling of having been there before. Oh, reserve room. Just a lap dance. Oh. Yeah, that sentence was interesting. Y me doy cuenta de que estoy borracho. No, this one. Y también me doy cuenta de que llevo puesta una estúpida camisa azul que no recuerdo haber comprado. Yeah. This guy just does not love himself. Okay, let's keep going. ¿De qué estamos hablando entonces? Cuando me despierto veo al pobre Otto con sus feos zapatos sentado en una silla delante de la cama. Y María, por supuesto, ya no está. Y da la sensación de que Otto ya lleva un buen rato hablando solo. Okay. Estamos hablando de un gran extraña que de todas formas nunca nos he querido aquí. Y estamos hablando de hombres que están lejos, muy lejos de casa, y en eso usted no puede sino estar de acuerdo, porque usted también es hijo de la vieja Europa. That's interesting. I'm not fucking loving this squirrel thing. We are talking about strange people who have never wanted us here anyway, and we are talking about men who are far, far from home, and you cannot but agree with that because you are also a son of Europe. Okay. You talking to the reader? Llegando a ese punto, no tengo más remedio que estar de acuerdo por más que su Europa y la mía sean probablemente Europas distintas. Deje que me incorpore amigo auto y luego por favor deje que me vista porque nuestra pequeña transacción comercial no nos ha preparado a ninguno de los dos para tanta intimidad. Y dicho esto, me pongo los pantalones y la estupenda camisa y las botas y compruebo que la carretera sigue en su sitio y un segundo después de hacerlo me siento un miserable por haber dudado de la pobre María. I don't know what I read. Um, okay, so something about Europe. This guy's fucking getting an erection over Europe or something. He's hating on brown people. I don't know. Like at the point, I have no choice but to agree, even though your Europe and mine are probably different Europes. Let me sit up, friend Otto, and then please let me get dressed, for our little business transaction has not prepared either of us for such intimacy. Fair enough. And having said that, I put on my pants and the gray shirt and boots and check that the wallet is still in my place. And a second after doing so, I feel miserable for having doubted poor Maria. Well, you gotta play defensively in this world, buddy. Um, don't feel miserable. Don't feel miserable. You gotta play defensively in this world. Um, Ok. Y si usted me ayuda, podré volver a casa y ser el mismo que era antes de ser lo que soy ahora. I don't know. Y si usted me ayuda, podré volver a casa y ser el mismo que era antes de ser lo que soy ahora. One more time. Y si usted me ayuda, podré volver a casa. And if you help me, you can return to the house y ser el mismo and be the same que era. And you can be the same as what I was before right now. Bro, I don't. And if you help me, I can go home and be the same as I was before I was what I am now. I don't understand what he's trying to say then. El bueno de Otto ya está de pie junto a la puerta. Dude, at this point, I don't know if anyone who he's talking about is real. I don't like Otto might just be a figment of this motherfucker's imagination. That's what I'm thinking. He's not real. All right. El bueno de Otto. 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 El bueno de Otto ya está de pie junto a la puerta y mirándole no sé decir lo que es ahora, pero me temo que se trata de algo aún peor de lo que era antes. Así que empiezo a sumar 2 y 2 y mientras le sigo por el pasillo hasta otro de los pequeños reservados. Tengo la sospecha. El bueno de Otto ya está de pie junto a la puerta y mirándole no sé decir. Okay. Now my mind is off somewhere else. Okay. El bueno de Otto ya está de pie junto a la puerta y mirándole no se dice. El bueno de Otto ya está de pie junto a la puerta y mirándole no sé decir lo que es ahora, pero me temo que se trata de algo aún peor de lo que era antes. Así que empiezo a sumar 2 y 2 y mientras le sigo por el pasillo hasta otro de los pequeños reservados, tengo la sospecha, es más, la certeza de que lo que me voy a encontrar al otro lado de la puerta es un pobre chica mexicana muerta. What the fuck? Okay. All right, dude, you get 3 chances. If you don't understand what's happening, we translate. That's the rule here. Good old Otto is already standing by the door and looking at him. I can't say what it is now, but I'm afraid it's something even worse than it was before. So I start to add 2 and 2 as I follow him down the corridor to another of the small reserved ones. I have the suspicion, moreover, the certainty that what I am about to find on this side of the door is a poor dead Mexican girl. God damn, these guys party way too hard. God damn. All right, let's go. Dude, you guys party way too hard. You guys party way too hard. That reminds me of a joke by Bill Burr. He was making fun of the Catholic Church because the whole like the pedophile thing with the Catholic Church. And his line's like, "Yo, yo, yo, I gotta leave. You guys party way too hard." They're like, that's funny. And yeah, they do. They party way too hard. They cross all kinds of lines. All right. Seguro que fue algo como esto lo que me sacó de Río. Oh. Seguro. Oh. Remember he was watching that television show and he fell asleep to like some man crying because his girl was assassinated? Seguro que fue algo como esto lo que me sacó de Río. Que triste sopla el viento en la lejana tierra del extranjero. Pobre Otto. sobrino arquitecto alemán y disparatado asesino de domingo. Así están las cosas. No llore, amigo mío. Valor. No perdamos los nervios sin que tenga nada que ver ni venga al caso. Me salta a la cabeza la, la imagen de un chico cubano, muy guapo, muy bien construido, haciendo con los dedos la V de la victoria. Pero volvamos con Otto. Las cosas de una manera u otra volverán a su cauce, valor. U otra? Shouldn't it be? Is that a typo? Shouldn't that be like Y E of one manner or another? That's not what I did. Things will somehow get. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and look this up. I'll pause because this video is just taking up more memory. I learned something new. So this is not a grammatical error right here where it says las cosas de una manera u otra volverán a su cauce. So this is similar to what happens with the word when you're saying like this and that. When you say, fui al café para comprar un café y un pan de dulce, right? This and that. You use the Y, right? But whenever you have a word that follows it that sounds like that makes the E sound, like I think engineer translate engine. So engineer in Spanish is ingeniero. Ingeniero. Yeah, so would you say un científico y ingeniero? The E sounds weird. So in Spanish, it would say un científico e ingeniero, right? And so just to make just phonetically to make everything sound a lot smoother. And that's what's happening here. You wouldn't want to say las cosas de una manera o otra. It's like o otra. No, it's las cosas de una manera u otra volverán a su cauce. Okay, got it. That's interesting. That's new for me. Things will somehow get back on track. Cool. All right. What the fuck is being communicated here? I don't know. I'm sure it was something like this that got me out of Rio. How sad the wind blows on the distant land of the stranger. Poor Otto, sober German architect and crazy Sunday murderer. That's the way things are. Don't cry, my friend. Value. Let's not lose our nerve without it having anything to do with it or being relevant. The image of the Cuban boy, very handsome, very well built, making the V of victory with his fingers jumps to my head. Let's go back to Otto. Things will somehow get back on track. Vale. Valor. I'm not sure this is being translated correctly. The valor part. Okay, I'm going to open and close this because I don't like it when it has the copy thing. Okay, great. Okay, so Otto was with him in Rio when some other person was dead, the Cuban boy. Oh my God, this feels like a Tyler Durden thing. So I looked this up, and apparently Ray Loriga has not been influenced by Fight Club. But oh my God, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm losing my mind everywhere I look. Fight Club, Tyler Teller. I just read the book, so it's fresh in my mind. So in all fairness, but yeah, I think he's hallucinating, man. Algunas pequeñas enseñas olvidadas aparecen ahora, como el chico cubano. I'm not sure what he's saying here. Enseñas olvidadas. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Some small forgotten scenes appear now, like the Cuban boy. o algo escrito en la pared junto a la puerta del baño. Cabezas de pollo muerto. Okay. Otras, en cambio, no se recuperan nunca. I'm not sure what that means. Others, on the other hand, never recover. Much more. Okay, let's wrap up this section. Volviendo a lo que estábamos, conviene aclarar que en las situaciones desesperadas, el beneficio, como es natural, se multiplica. Un buen hombre como Otto no puede volver a Múnich, 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 con algo así en el cabeza y ya no estamos hablando de juergas con los socios o de una amiga especial que se queda en Tijuana esperando cartas que nunca llegan. Estamos hablando de sangre en la alfombra y de no dejar que los niños vean la sombra del monstruo en la mirada perdida de Papa Otto. El precio para olvidar el horror es un precio muy alto, suficientemente alto para alegrar a un tiempo a la compañía y al gente. Y aquí aparece lo que la compañía llama primas invisibles. Así que Otto me sigue al hotel y se espera muy tranquilo mientras yo subo abajo de la habitación y tras un acuerdo más que satisfactorio, auto se lleva química suficiente para olvidar las 3 últimas semanas. Por supuesto, cuando sale de baño, ni siquiera me conoce y por supuesto, ni siquiera me saluda. Cool. I'm going to try that one more time. Volviendo a lo que estábamos. Returning to what we were doing. Bro, this fucking paragraph is like cognitive overload. All right, let's keep going. Conviene aclarar que en las situaciones desesperadas, el beneficio, como es natural, se multiplica. Un buen hombre como Auto no puede volver a Múnich con algo así en la cabeza y ya no estamos hablando de juergas con los socios, parting with the partners, o de una amiga especial que se queda en Tijuana esperando cartas que nunca llegan. Estamos hablando de sangre en la alfombra y de no dejar que los niños vean la sombra del monstruo en la mirada perdida de Papa Otto. El, el precio para olvidar el horror de un precio muy alto, es un precio muy alto, suficientemente alto para alegrar a un tiempo a la compañía y al agente, y que aparece lo que la compañía llama primas invisibles. Así que Auto me sigue al hotel y se espera muy tranquilo mientras yo subo y bajo de la habitación y tras un acuerdo más que satisfactorio, Otto se lleva química suficiente para olvidar las 3 últimas semanas. Por supuesto, cuando sale de baño, ni siquiera me conoce y por supuesto, ni siquiera me saluda. Oh shit, we just saw the pill in action. That's what's happening. Returning to what we were doing, it should be clarified that in desperate situations, the benefit, as is natural, is multiplied. A good man like Otto can go back to Munich with something like that in his head, and we're no longer talking about partying with partners or a special friend who stays in Tijuana waiting for letters that never arrive. We're talking about blood on the carpet and not letting the children see the shadow of the monster in Papa Alto's lost gaze. The price for forgetting the horror is a very high price, high enough to cheer both the company and the agent. And here appears what the company calls invisible bonuses. So Otto follows me to the hotel and waits very quietly while I go up and down from the room. And after a more than satisfactory agreement, Otto has enough chemistry to forget the last 3 weeks. Of course, when he comes out of the bathroom, he doesn't even know me, and of course, he doesn't even greet me. Oh, wait, why'd they kill Maria? I don't get it. Some small. I don't get it, dude. Why'd they killing Maria? I don't get it. Why? Why did he kill Maria? I mean, I don't see a motive. Allí va Auto, tan contento. Adiós, muy buenas. Salgo al jardín y me siento junto a la piscina y es tan tarde que en la piscina ya no hay nadie. That's an interesting image, by the way. I go out to the garden and sit by the pool, and it's so late that there's no one in the pool anymore. Okay, so we're going to pick up here next time. Interesting. Okay, so there's no motive being explained as to why Otto had to kill this lovely, chubby Mexican girl, but he did, and we don't know why. We don't know why. There's a bit of an absurdity to it, isn't there? You just kind of leave us like that. Okay, well, that's it, folks. That's it. So in this section, we got to see the pill in action, right? And now we know why. Okay, so it's fucking murder, dude. Like it's just murder. So a couple sections ago, our unnamed, unreliable narrator talks about falling asleep to a television show with the man crying because his daughter was assassinated. And then here he says, "Oh, there was that Cuban boy in Rio that got murdered, and that's why I don't like Rio." And now he's in Tijuana, and this German guy named Otto, architect from Germany, murdered poor little Maria, and so he buys 3 weeks supply of the forgetting pill, which at a hefty price because they can what's the word here, take advantage of him. It's like, oh, you don't remember the monster you are, you don't want to go home to your and just give off a weird vibe to your family. Well, you better pay big, like $30,000. So interesting. Yeah. Okay. So shadowy a corporation. Maybe it's just him, dude. Maybe he's the corporation. I can't take anything this guy says like seriously, like or at face value, right? Like I don't know what's true and what isn't. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that I thought Otto was a figment of his imagination. I think everyone's a figment of this guy's imagination. I have no reason to believe he's telling me the truth about anything. Anyways, all right. So that's it. That's the video. I'll catch you in the next one.